I can only speak for the things that I've been through. So when it comes to honor, I'll talk the whole night through about the loving I've been missing lately, baby. I ain't had no kissing. Don't you love me? Can we stay together like when we used to be in love? But now you've got your head on another cloud. Girl, we had a good thing, and now you turn around. Don't you care how this love we had turns out? We can work it out, love, and make it all brand new if we stay together. There's nothing we can't do. Improve the loving is what I'm seeing. Let's do it, baby. Don't fight the feeling. Don't you love me? Can we stay together like when we used to be in love? But now you've got your hand in another. Girl, we had a good thing, but now you turn around. Don't you even care how this love we had turns out?
That is not Luther Vandross, y'all. You probably noticed because I've been teasing this for the past few days. That is one Darnel Alexander. Amazing artist. You're going to meet him tonight. And we got a special show. And as we dive into the story a little bit, I want to share something. When I was a young kid, I had this dream of becoming a radio host and voiceover talent. And I eventually became that, right? Been heard on radio and TV and all these things. But before all of that, I dealt with dyslexia, a learning disability. I stuttered badly, just everything, man. But I believed in myself, right? And my dreams came true, and now I'm heard by 250 million people worldwide, right? This stuttering kid, this kid with dyslexia and a learning disability and everything else. Well, you know what? That same story applies to tonight's guest. His name is Darnel Alexander, and this story is a story of resilience and rediscovery. You see, he was with a group called Second Nature, an R&B group back in the 90s, and that group did his thing, man. They charted. They were in the Apollo. I mean, a whole lots of things coming out. What we know is when it comes to situations like this, people just normally fade away. They just go. But in this case, man, this brother kept pushing, and thanks to social media, it's been giving everybody a second wind in life. But I'm not going to get into a story. I want you to meet tonight's special guest, Darnel Alexander. I'm going to have a brief pause while I'm bringing him up. So here we go. If you guys can hear me, do me a favor and just give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me through my microphone. Darnel,
Hey.
what up, brother?
What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. My sound just kicked off, but
That's
I can hear you.
kick it in, man. Do what you need to do, brother. We here, bro. We like do what you
I'm
need to
gonna
do.
unplug
Can
this
you?
and plug it back in and see if it worked.
All right, there you go. Sometimes it does that, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now we in.
I can't hear you on the microphone, but I can hear you through the phone.
Okay, you know what? Because I plugged it in and it don't want to be agreeable with that. So we can still. I'll be a cappella today then if it's gonna be that
That's,
way.
we can do that too, man. Whatever you want to do. But let me take my headphones. I'm gonna keep my headphones on because I listen to this, man.
Yep.
Clearly, bro, we got the same barber, man. I mean, got the ball
Look,
working, man.
look, man. I'm trying to tell you, I don't want to be dealing with mowing the lawn all the time. You know.
I feel you, bro. Listen, thanks for agreeing to come on the show, man. Your video has gone viral, bro. I played it. People have gone crazy. How does this feel to you, first of all, to have a second win, bro? Speaking of second win, you were second nature back in the 90s. Come on, man. Bring it to
Yeah.
me.
So it's very surreal right now. And when we had the group Second Nature,
Right.
it kind of happened out of the blue, and we just started rolling, right? We were on
Mm-hmm.
tour, so I didn't really get a chance to be in the moment and like savor the feeling of what was happening and people we were meeting and all of that. And now I'm just taking every day, one day at a time. It seems to be in like in slow motion, but a lot is happening when you look at the time scale.
Right.
About I want to say like 3 months ago, I sang an a cappella of So Amazing, and that one got 3.1 million views. And I was like, what
Jeez.
is going on here, right? I'm in the garage, you know, just like, let me just go ahead and drop this video and go to sleep. And I woke up the next day and it was it. And then, obviously come last Sunday, I posted, I figured I wanted to up the ante and start singing with music. But in
Mm-hmm.
my mind, I knew people were going to be like, that's some funny business. That's not really him. Because when I sing with music, I'm thinking I'm in the studio and my mind is like, I want to make sure it sounds, and especially if I'm trying to do one take video, right? Not record it on music and on my system and then drop it in. No, I actually want to do a take so people can know I'm actually singing.
Right.
But,
Let me ask you something, brother. A lot of people, a lot of people give up, and I say to people, you have a second chance here.
yeah,
Social media is making more millionaires, is making more people seen than ever before. What was it like for you? Because you're probably around my same age. I'm thinking like when we saw social media, we're like, "Damn, do you know what I can do? Do you know what I can do?"
look,
What,
man, I'm
talk to me.
like, let me tell you what. I always wanted to make sure I wasn't one of those people that shied away from the
Right.
technology, right? Because there's a lot of stuff to learn. There's so many programs and apps and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
so um, I've had my ups and downs with music, but I've always feel like it's in my soul, it's in my heart, and I couldn't deny it. And so I've been on TikTok for 2 or 3 years now, right?
Okay.
And been posting videos, whatever, just having fun. And but when that happened, I was like, oh, this is another opportunity for me to really show people, like, the masses, what I used to do on the bus back in the day, what I used to
Mm-hmm.
do in the neighborhood, and share that with everyone else that hasn't heard me before. And all the people from like back home in Seattle, they know, and people in Minnesota, they're just now finding out because here I started out as a bodybuilder. I wasn't even really performing around.
Right. Bro, there are a lot of people out there that won't give up, but they really should. Now, earlier I did say this is why you shouldn't give up,
Yeah,
and y'all, just to make it clear, I was talking about this brother right here. This is why you shouldn't give up right here. Why didn't you give up when many people just say, you know what, I'm gonna call it, bro? Why didn't you give up? What kept you going?
I always believed, and so I started doing a lot of self work. I
Mm-hmm.
want to say this year, and affirmations, truly believing. And I've always believed in my sound. I've always believed that if I could, get it to the right ears,
Mm-hmm.
that would be the catalyst. But I truly have always believed ever since I've been singing that if I could get with the right team, we could change not only the music sound and the world, just with what's happening right now. I don't think that, we're not getting those, we're not getting that real feeling. Like when I used to play records, the way I would feel when that crackle came on, oh
Mm-hmm.
my goodness. And we need that again.
Mm-hmm.
I've
So,
always believed in myself, and I always believed that if I can hear it, somebody's got to hear this at some point. I'll just wait until I get in the grave.
right. So Tyrese, he came to prominence. Somebody discovered him. Then I believe he did a Coke commercial in the back of the bus.
On the
For you,
bus.
for you, it happened at the Church of God,
Yeah. Yes.
evangelistic. How do you say that word?
God.
Evangelistic,
Church of God
evangelistic,
evangelistic.
evangelistic center. Yeah, that's a hard one. So,
Yeah.
your experience started there. So, how did that shape your voice and passion for music today?
You know, when I went to church, I would just listen to people sing, and I loved it. My
Mm-hmm.
mom would sing, she'd get up there and do her thing, and I'd be like just sitting back, like, man, that's beautiful. I was a really shy kid growing up, so I was like, I don't know, they can do all that. I'm gonna sit in the pew. And one time this deacon got up and he had a song, and I just like loved the song. It's like I need to get up there and do that, and so I had the opportunity to get up there and sing it. And ever since then, I think that kind of fueled my desire to pursue whatever could be. And then that started with talent shows, and from talent shows to meeting producers and making some tracks to see what my own sound would be like.
Right. So let's talk about the group Second Nature, man. 90s R&B group. Y'all hit it big. So what were you on the talent show? Was it some kids around the neighborhood? How did this group come to be?
Look,
And walk us into the fame, first record deal, Apollo, and all that good stuff.
so look here, Seattle, when we were coming up, there was talent everywhere, just seeping out of schools, out of nightclubs. I'll never forget doing my first talent show at a nightclub. I was doing high school talent shows, but the nightclub was crazy because there were older people in there, and I wasn't of age yet.
Right.
And some of these dudes would get up there, they were seasoned and they were good. I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to compete with these guys? And and from there, it catapulted into something amazing because people started wanting to talk to me and wanting to work together. There was just so much talent there. And when I got with Second Nature, there was like I said, it was bubbling everywhere, and there was this producer, Filipino dude, that just was like writing songs and trying to put groups together. He single-handedly put 2 groups together and got them record deals. I'm like, who are you? Like, where did you come from?
Right.
So we met up with John Gregg and Eugene Robinson, used to play for the Seahawks.
Okay.
And they owned the label, and they gave us a shot. And from there, it was like we just started going on tour and meeting people and singing and touring. We did shows at Boyz II Men, Patti LaBelle, and it's like all these people. You're like, what? This is like when I was growing up with these people. Right. So the feeling was amazing because I've always been humble about it, feeling like this opportunity, obviously, comes and goes with musicians and artists.
Right.
But to have the opportunity to at least, have your voice be heard, I felt, fortunate enough to do that. But then as a solo artist, that's it's a harder climb because you really got to stand out,
Right. What was the feeling like going on Apollo? And do you remember who the host was back then when you did that?
Let me tell you what, I was so scared. I don't know who.
Come on, man.
I don't know who was there, but I tell you what, we went on there and I was like shaking in my boots. We wanted to make sure we did that right because I was like, where's the cane? Where's the cane at? But I don't remember the host or anything. It's like it was such a blur.
What year was this? Do you remember?
95.
95. I'm thinking that was either Rudy Rush or Steve Harvey.
It was Rudy Rush. It wasn't Steve.
Rudy Rush.
But I would have remembered.
Okay. Steve. Rudy Rush. Yeah.
Yeah. And we did BET Soundstage with Queen Latifah and one of her parts, and I think that freaked me out more because there was not a crowd or audience, but you knew people were watching.
Right. So what it felt like to you, man, is to have this great success, finally charting on the Billboard? I mean, your mind must have been blown, bro. I mean, you could taste it.
Yes.
What'd that feel like for you?
We just really knew that we wanted to like get to a place where we would sit at the table with all the other groups that were established on radio and do all that. It never panned out, but I always believed that there was an opportunity for that to occur at some point, some way. And in my heart, my soul, God's just been leading me to just, dig deep and believe in myself, trust in the process, and and wait and see what happens with patience and perseverance.
You done a lot of stuff, man. You've worked with some of the artists you name, including James Brown, who's not with us today. That's a legend, bro. Like, what do you remember? I mean, everybody has sometimes a word that James must have said more than and he was like, "What'd you say, bro?" What's something that James left with you, and some of the things that you remembered that could carry you to true success?
He was 100% about his work. I don't even think we spoke with him. We saw him and we're like, it's James Brown.
Right.
Look at the coat. You know, he's got the coat. And what an honor to experience that. James Brown, Patti LaBelle was the best. That's the best experience I ever had in my life. She's as real as you see on TV and more. She had a rotating stage, you know, and we got up there and just had a blast with her. And Roger and Zapp, he passed. I mean, all these greats are passing away, and I'm like, we can't let that go. We can't let that sound go, and that's really what's driving me now. But
how long have you heard that you sound like Luther Vandross? Like, seriously, you posted a video and I noticed that you removed it too.
Which one?
Right away.
Which one?
There's a video that you posted and it said, some people don't believe that this is me singing it. And I was trying to find that video and replay it.
Oh, you know, sometimes they'll pull that stuff and you don't even know. I don't even know which one that was, but I think I was trying to post a myriad of videos, but I can't remember which one that was. But I think I was kind of like really kind of stepping out and saying, look, people, it was a story, my story. And I was like, I did an a cappella story. So that's why I just.
Exactly. Oh, it was a story. That's what it was.
And I sat in the lobby and I was like, let me let these people know I actually can do this. Like I started out singing a cappella because I could never find the music to the songs. And that's where I got started singing.
Well, Darnel, I got to be honest with you, bro. I brought you here because I didn't believe it was you. I said, listen, in the age of AI, this brother could be anybody.
Yeah.
So I wanted to put you on the spot to see if that's really you singing in Luther. He's drinking some chamomile or some green tea or something or some great
tea.
What's that?
Coat tea.
Some throat coat tea. All right, hold on. Let me get you. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Let's go, bro.
I need to have you next to me in more ways than one, and I refuse to leave till I see the morning sun. The time is right. You hold me tight, and love's got me high. Please tell me yes, and don't say no, 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 not tonight. Move a little close to me. You owe it to yourself, and I will selfishly take a little for myself, and it's because of you that love won't let me wait.
Darnel, you won't believe it, bro, but when I'm in the shower, you know that little corner right there? I sound just like that, or probably better than you, bro. Well, hey, give me a little singing lesson. I mean, give me the first note. Let me see if I can do it. I think I sound good to myself, and this is gonna be horrible. Go ahead. Okay, first lines.
What's the one? I can only speak for.
Yeah, here we go. I can only.
Stop it, man! Stop playing.
I can. I can.
Look. When I did that song, look. Let me tell you a funny story.
Okay.
Yesterday, I was going to the gym and I got in the car. You know how your phone just comes on and plays the music through the car,
right?
And for some reason, I had that song on. I'm like, wait a minute, is that? And I'm like, I'm doing this. I'm like, is that me? But it was Luther, you know. I mean, but I was just like, for a minute there, I was like, because I had sang that, and I was like, when I sing in the studio and on the mic, it's like the magic comes out, you know.
So you heard yourself and literally thought that you heard Luther Vandross singing.
Look, man, it was him.
No, listen, I'm not going to argue with. I'm not going to argue. Let me tell you something, bro. When I saw your video play on Dion Cole's page,
yeah,
and Dion's a good friend of mine. We're both from Chicago. I saw Dion come up in his comedy career before he hit the stage. And one thing about him, he is as humble today as he was yesterday. I can pick up the phone and call him. And sometimes he answers, sometimes he doesn't, you know, but he'll send me a text. But what I love about Dion is that he's the gift that keeps on giving. Like he will share people's stuff to make this magic happen right here because somebody did it for him. What did that feel like to you, man? To just watch it blow up and damn,
Look,
Dion Cole posted
I
my
was
stuff.
so grateful because I was like, I looked and I was like, Deion Cole. I was like, I know who that is, right?
Right.
And I'm so grateful for this to happen. I feel like, every night when I go to sleep, I literally manifest and not dream, but I envision what life is going to be like performing for people and recording these magical songs that can give that gift back to people. And I'm so grateful for him and everyone else who shared this, the video and who's been supporting me. I'm speechless.
Speaking of support, Melba Moore,
Yeah.
a legend. She received a star on the Hollywood Walk of
Wow.
Fame. She's as young as she was then. She just left you a comment. Do you see that right there pinned?
Wait, hold on.
Darnell
Okay.
is the real
Look,
deal.
I responded back to her. I said, you know what? We can do a duet, whatever you want. I mean, she looks and sounds great.
She really does. I mean, she's just the gift that keeps on giving. And clearly your voice is, because when you sang that song, the ladies were in my DM. What time is he gonna be on? I'm gonna miss. I'm like, slow down. It's gonna be on a replay. It's so good. Slow down. You were literally singing these women out of their underwear, and clearly you did the same thing not too long ago, which is why you have a child. That how
Right?
how did this happen? You saying somebody you're a father now if you don't, how old are you now?
I'll be 55 on the 27th.
You'll be 55 on the 27th. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you.
How did this happen, bro? I mean, we know how it happened, but
yeah, but I feel like it's all a part of the plan. I feel like there was a point in my life when I started reaching my 40s, and I was like, I really, I hadn't imagined having kids. I had serious relationships. They didn't want kids. I was fine with it. But when I reached my 40s and started getting older, I felt like something inside saying you need a legacy to leave behind for someone. You need something. And I never met any women that wanted kids with me, which is shocking, right? I'm like, I work out, I work, I have good credit. What's wrong with me, right? And I met a young lady, and she was just like, "You're having a baby." I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" I wrote a song about that. There's no way, it wasn't even an oops in my experience. So I'm super grateful. I mean, you know what? And that little girl has turned my whole life around, and I'm like, all I want to do is give her the best life possible, and that is my 100% focus right now.
I feel that. I wasn't quite at your stage. See, I'm a father of 7. My children are all I know I don't look like I had 7.
I know that.
But
Come on now.
my children are all adults. The oldest is 36 years old. And they're all adults but one. And exactly what you said, that resonates with me because my daughter is now 15. She's a scholar, man. She's in band. She's just a great kid.
Yeah.
And is the reason why I had to kind of, put the veil over things and kind of work from home because I wanted to be in her life. And just like you said, she's changed my life, bro. She has really changed my life. I mean, and as your daughter gets older, she's going to have you wrapped. Oh, I know she does now. She's going to have you wrapped around her finger, man.
I'm about to say, man, I mean, all I want to do is see that smile, and that drives me to do everything. And I feel like I've got an extra, motivational drive to see this through. I'm like, we are going to reach someone that's going to make some crazy, we need to change the whole landscape of music right now, man. I swear we do.
Absolutely. So what do you, let me just say, let's just talk about fatherhood right now.
Yeah.
When I had Zion as her name, I was 40. I think it was 40, going on 41. And my last was 15 at the time. And she came. I don't know how she got here, but she came here. And she truly changed my life.
Yeah.
What's that been for you? I mean, there's a time for me when I said, I'm getting older. I'm gonna have to slow down. When you hit the gym, what do you think? Do you think about your daughter? Does she go with you every time you push, every mile you run? Talk about that.
I wish. Obviously safety is key with COVID and all this stuff. It's like basically in protective mode. But let me tell you, when she's ready, I will be, putting her on my back for push-ups,
Right.
taking her to the gym. I just want to be around her all the time. I never thought I would feel this way, but I'm that dad. I'm
Yeah.
that dad who just wants to shower her with love and affection. I truly believe that being present in a child's life is everything to what we experience today in life with growing up. So, right, if the parents aren't there for the kids, we got all these knuckleheads out here doing all kind of crazy stuff. We each have to take responsibility for what we're bringing into this world. And I truly believe that, and I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to be there and support her and love her and give her everything she needs.
I love that. Stephen Watson asked the question, and y'all can post a question there. He says, ask Darnel to sing Sunshine by Alexander O'Neill.
Yeah, man. Look, back in the day when I was in middle school, girls used to call me up on the phone and sing me some DeBarge, sing me some Michael Jackson.
This may be a sing-along, bro. I hope,
Yeah, right?
It's totally up to you, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cloudy was the day when sunshine came into my life and made it brighter. She touched me with her warmness as the light shines from her smile. She makes me happy. I can never keep myself away, 'cause when I'm next to her, I feel those warm rays reaching out from her love. So touch me with a smile that glows. I can't go a day without my sunshine. She warms me with a heart of gold. I can't go a day without my sunshine.
Love
Man,
it, bro. Love it.
That record,
Yeah.
ooh, that was the record for me. It's like I feel like everybody that came out with that first record back in the 80s, I was done.
Yeah.
Repeat.
Love it, man. Someone asked, has your voice changed over the years, or did you always sing in this mode? I need my readers, bro. I'm 56 years old, man. I just don't see things the same, man. So.
My voice, when they talk about people having seasoned voices, I get
Yeah.
it. As I become more conscious, I'm more aware of what the sound is that's coming out of my mouth. So I definitely am have a better understanding. I listen to some of my old recordings, and it's really interesting to hear the evolution over time. But yeah, my voice does change. I remember I got COVID once. I couldn't sing for a month. It was crazy. It was like, oh no, this better not take me out the game. You know what I'm saying? But it changed. But I feel like I like it more now. I like the extra texture in it, and I like that I'm more conscious about what I'm sending, the message I'm sending vocally to people.
Right. When you sing, like, what do you stay away from? Everybody has their thing. As me, as a radio host and voiceover professional, yeah, I'm lactose intolerant. I don't do milk. I don't do cold water. Like, what's your ritual when it comes to singing?
Yeah.
And honestly, when I'm off, I don't really do much talking. I do a lot of texting. Talk to us.
That's what's up right there. Yeah. For me, a little humming in the morning, making sure I'm just, I'm not trying to, kill a bunch of notes or whatever, but no pizza, no cheese. That'll ruin you for a minute,
Right.
And also like making sure I keep the acid level down, because you don't want to wake up the next day and have acid reflux and now you sound all weird,
Melba Moore asked the question. She says, Darnel, can you sing "You Are My Lady" by Freddie Jackson?
Oh my God.
This is Melba Moore. Now,
let me see if I remember the words, right? There's something that I like to say, but words sometimes get in the way. I just want to show my feelings for you. You remember it?
yes.
We don't even hear the words, it's just air. My feelings for you. You are my lady. Yes, you are. You're everything I need and more. You are my lady. Yeah. I'm like, I'm getting into it now, but you
Come
know.
on, man. I remember that had to be like 19, I'm going to say it was
Oh,
like
that was a good record. That
1986,
was a good record when
85.
that came out. That was a good
Yeah.
kid. I mean, I
That
was like
was like
Freddie
what,
and Luther. Freddie and Luther. I was like, you know, and the reason why I really gravitated towards Luther is because I can do runs, but
uh-huh.
I prefer to sing with like the delivery of like giving you. I want your emotions to change when I sing. I want you to feel like what I feel when I hear a good singer sing. You know, just that that chill, like that. Ooh, what was that? Like, why do you sound like that?
Yeah. My producer and radio host Brittany Cherry asks, she said, ask Darnell if it had not been for blank, I wouldn't be here today. What is that?
Well, we know right now, Dion Cole, that man put me on, right?
Right.
But I don't know. I guess if it hadn't been for my belief in myself, then I wouldn't be here today.
Mm. Mm. What was it like when you met MC Hammer and he challenged your group uh, in the hotel? There's a really wild story. Tell us about that.
Okay, one of the funniest stories ever when we were on.
Mm-hmm.
So we fly into Palm Springs. They're having a music convention. I think Shy was there. All these different groups. So we're just like, man, we're here with everybody, right? All the labels are down there listening to groups, and we're just there to perform and hang out and network.
Mm-hmm.
So we walk in the lobby with our luggage, jeans on, t-shirts. We're not dressed up. And we walk in and we see MC Hammer, and he's got his group. I think we'll call For Example. They're all in suits, and we're like, one of the dudes in the group goes, "Man, look at this dude trying to look like MC Hammer." You don't see celebrities, right? When you don't see celebrities, people are like, "Nah, that might be." And in Seattle, a lot of people kind of resemble people. Like they'll dress like them and everything. We're just used to that. I got people in Seattle that look like everybody. Trust me on this. But anyway, so he says that, and we're like, man, that is MC Hammer. And then he comes up and he's like, yo, 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 who are you guys? What are you guys doing here? And we're like, we're Second Nature. We sing a cappella R&B, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, yeah, well, let's go. Like competitive right now. Let's go head to head. And we start going back and forth a cappella, back, 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 back. I'm like, man, this is dope. Such a cool experience.
That's so.
So down
What?
there.
Yeah. What is Seattle like, man? I mean, when I think about Seattle, I just think of Sir Mix-a-Lot. Baby Got
Yeah,
Back.
yeah.
I think of what's the movie with Tom Hanks and
Sleepless in Seattle,
Sleep.
right?
That's all I think about. Funny thing before you get into it, I actually worked in Seattle from home
Yeah.
for about 2 years at a station called Star 101.5.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was doing are you still in Seattle or
I'm in Minneapolis now.
are you in
Yeah.
Minneapolis?
Yeah. I'm a West
Another
Coast man,
place where people kind of migrate.
I'm a
A
West Coast
black.
brother to the heart, man. West
How
Side.
long have you lived in Minneapolis now?
I've been here since 2003.
So you may know my cousin. He did radio for a long time, Zany K.
I haven't met him. And
Zany K. He worked at
oh,
KDWB
okay, yep.
and KMOJ
Yeah,
for a minute,
yeah, KMOJ.
and
Yep,
he
I've
did
heard him.
some St. Paul radio stations as well. Now he's in Lansing, Michigan, at Power 96.5, program director, and after midday. So if you ever go there, make sure you check him out, man. So what is Seattle like, though?
Seattle's dope. It's very
Right.
multicultural. Lots of culture and I remember growing up there, and that's when breaking came
Mm-hmm.
out, and we would go down to the pier and watch people do breakdancing on there, and this is all brand new, right? And we started walking through neighborhoods. It's just talented people everywhere, from dancing to singing to um, everything that you could think of, and all these different people from different backgrounds and ethnicities are doing this stuff, and you're just like, it's mind blowing. Very beautiful, beautiful people. They just, they just do their own thing. Everybody kind of mixes in and just having fun.
Right. Q-Tech wants to know, are you currently working on a new album? If so, will it be a cover or original songs?
Cool thing is, I see a lot of people doing cover albums. However, I feel like I just want to be patient.
Okay.
And I believe I will get with someone that's going to help me create a new, if not like the rebirth of Luther, something special.
Right. Have you thought about, because I met a guy, I can't remember his name, but there's a brother. He does covers, man. He goes around singing Frank Sinatra songs.
Oh, that's dope.
And people, He's a brother. He's a brother. Goes around singing Frank Sinatra songs, and people pay like literally lines. He does like a Frank Sinatra
Yeah.
tribute. Have you thought about doing? So I can see you doing like a residency, man. The voice of whatever.
I've absolutely thought about doing a residency. You know, it's like there's so many opportunities that can come along here, and I just want to be very, thoughtful about what I do. And maybe I'll end up doing both. You know, maybe put out a record and do that. But I know a lot of, some people are like, leave Luther alone. I'm like, man, you better try to bring him back out.
Have some people said that to you?
Yeah, they say leave Luther alone. I said, you know what? Why leave him in the dark? Why not bring him back out? All these other people are doing covers. Let me, keep that sound in the forefront so people don't forget how amazing music was back then. Don't tell me what to do.
Right. Not everybody can do Luther
Yeah.
though, but you can do it. Someone wants to know. I think you kind of covered this earlier, but for people who just joined the room, someone's asking a question. What's your background? Any singers in the family? Where'd you get this velvet? Believe where'd you get your voice?
It's got to be my mom. I mean, that's the only person I know that sounds amazing. So she used to sing in church, and I just sit back and like, wow, I didn't even know what to think of it. I'm just like, okay, that's cool, And then I figured out I could sing because I used to imitate all the different singers. I was like, oh, I could do that. I could do that. I can do all that. Obviously, through doing my own original material, I have my own sound, which is a combo of a few different people. Yeah,
that's good stuff, bro. So, are you currently are you singing around Minneapolis
right now,
or are you just kind of singing in the garage right now on social media?
Doing the social media stuff right now and trying to put together something where I can get out and share this with people. So, like I said, being very thoughtful about where I'm going and especially with having a new daughter, I'm like, I want to make sure it's worth me taking the trip and not just, playing everything. You know what I mean? I want to get out there where people really want to experience this.
Kelly Castillo wants to know, is R&B your only genre, and have you ever sang gospel before?
I have, besides singing in the church at that time, I have not.
Right.
But I love jazz. So between R&B and jazz, that's my vibe. Smooth singing. That just being able to just, make people want to, relax and hear some good music, some good singing.
Good stuff, brother. Finally, what advice do you have for people? People that are feeling like their dreams are out of reach, and especially many people facing setbacks in life. When you what are your thoughts on that? What do you have to say for people that
I'm gonna, I'm not a motivational speaker, but sometimes I think I should be.
Okay.
And I believe that if you know you're good at whatever talent you have, I don't care if it's baking cookies. If you are really good at what you cannot let people distract you from knowing your greatness, from achieving greatness, from going after it. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to win. You're going to lose, right? I equate it to being a scientist. How many times do they fail before they come out with a breakthrough? You know what I mean?
Oh, last question here.
Yeah.
Someone wants to know, any chance of Darnel working with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis since you're already in Minneapolis? Talk to us.
I heard they were in LA, but I hope they're here because I would just get in my car.
Right.
Getting that. That's always been my dream, is to work with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and they're the magic makers. Everything they touch turns to gold, like Babyface, you know what I mean? But that would be a dream because I believe that they would be able to take my voice and we could really make some noise. So I'm not counting them out.
All right. So where are we going from here now?
So from here, we just gonna let the cards fall where they may, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen next. But I believe that 2025 is gonna be something special.
Brother, thank you for giving us your time. Come back anytime. We're going to be watching those videos. And everybody, make sure you follow this brother, Darnel Alexander Music. For many, I'm going to call you Darnell Jones. I had Jones in my phone. I had Williams. I'm like, brother, do not call him Darnell Jones. Darnell Alexander. With one L. Yeah. How's the guys doing really quick? Second Nature, how are they?
Man, I called one of my buddies last night to just have a little powwow because you got to talk to somebody about this stuff sometimes, and they're doing great.
Right.
They're all doing great, and they're just the best people that I know you know, as far as friends and people that I can count on and depend on. So yeah, I love those guys.
Thank you, brother, for hanging out with you. We appreciate it,
Thank you,
okay?
brother.
Darnel Alexander, y'all.
Thank you.
If this world were mine, I would place at your feet all that I own. You've been so good to me. If this world were mine, I'd give you the flowers, the birds and the bees. So with your love beside me, that would be all I need. If this world was mine, I'd give you anything. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Oh, I can only speak for the things that I've been through. So when it comes to our love, I'll talk the whole night through. It never really mattered too much to me that you were just too damn dope for me. All that really mattered was you were my girlfriend. And baby, it's all that mattered to me. Oh babe, let me love you down. Even if it takes all night, let me love you down. You know it's gonna be so right. Oh, remember when I drove you home from work? Yeah. I love the way when you kiss me by